When life feels chaotic, remember the beginning. Have you ever walked into a room that was just a mess? A few weeks ago, I came home after a long day. I opened the door, and the house looked like a tornado had passed through. Toys everywhere. Dishes in the sink. Laundry piles in corners. It was loud, chaotic, and honestly overwhelming. I just stood there for a second, wondering where to even start. And in that moment, something hit me. This is what life often feels like. Not just the house, but the inside of us. Our thoughts, our emotions, our schedules, sometimes it all feels like a swirling mess. Unfinished. Out of control. If you've ever felt like that, like your life is without shape, without direction, maybe even without hope, I want to take you back to the very first page of Scripture. Genesis 1. Because before God did anything else, He stepped into the chaos. And what He did there, He's still doing today. 1. God brings light into darkness. Genesis 1:2-3. Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Right there at the beginning, God saw the emptiness and the darkness. He didn't run from it. He spoke into it. And the first word He spoke wasn't judgment. It wasn't condemnation. It was light. If you're walking through a dark season right now, confusion, grief, depression, uncertainty, this matters. Because God still speaks light over darkness. You don't have to fix yourself first. You don't have to wait until it all makes sense. You just have to let Him in. He sees your darkness. And He wants to speak life into it. 2. God brings order to chaos. Genesis 1:6-10. God separates the waters, forms the sky and the sea, gathers the dry land. It didn't all happen at once. God took it day by day. Step by step. He brought structure, boundaries, and beauty out of what was once a shapeless void. Sometimes we want instant results. We want God to fix everything in one moment. But Genesis 1 reminds us, God works in stages. He's not in a rush. He's intentional. And even when you can't see it yet, He's shaping something good. So if your life feels messy right now, don't panic. You might still be in day 2. But day 6 is coming. 3. God speaks purpose into creation. Genesis 1:11-25. Every living thing had a role. Trees bore fruit. Stars lit the sky. Birds filled the air. Nothing was random. Every part of creation had purpose, from the fish in the sea to the stars in the sky. And then, God made you. 4. You are made in His image. Genesis 1:27. So God created mankind in His own image. You weren't made by accident. You were handcrafted. Thought of. Loved before you were ever born. And because you bear His image, your life has worth, no matter how broken it may feel right now. God doesn't just make things. He makes things with meaning. And that includes you. 5. God calls it good. Genesis 1:31. God saw all that He had made, and it was very good. Let that sink in. After all the forming, the speaking, the creating, God stepped back and smiled. He didn't see a mess. He saw beauty, wholeness, goodness. You may look at your life and only see flaws. But God sees the full picture, and He's not finished yet. So if life feels chaotic, if your soul feels empty, if everything in you feels unformed, undone, or uncertain, remember the beginning. Because the same God who brought light into darkness, who formed beauty from chaos, who gave purpose to creation and dignity to your soul is still here. Still speaking. Still working. Still calling you good. You don't need to understand everything right now. You just need to let Him in. He's not afraid of your mess. In fact, that's where He does His best work. So today, take one step. Invite Him in. And let Him begin again, in you.